I've been listening to a lot of great new music this summer, trying out bands that I had never heard of before by clicking on YouTube suggestions. One of my favorites that I came across so far has been IDK I Just Work Here by Durry. The video is well shot and entertaining, and the song is a relatable anthem for anyone like me who works in hospitality or customer service in general. That led me to their second single, This Movie Sucks, which led me to pre-ordering their full album of the same name on iTunes. The full album dropped last Friday, so let's do a track-by-track speedrun so I can give you a rundown about this super talented band from Minnesota. So what are Durry's superpowers? Number 1, writing. The lyrics throughout this album are crisp, memorable, and focused. Each song has a clear theme, and the lyrics always support the theme in a concise way. This album has a lot of mainstream appeal, and the hooks achieve this not by dumbing things down to be simple, but rather because they are as well written and relatable as they are. Number 2, performance. Austin Durry's lead vocals are strong and sharp. They have character and remind you favorably of other bands that you like across the variety of genres that this album covers. The album is well produced. Each song sounds the way it should, whether it be punk, rock, or folk. Number 3, song composition. Another thing that has stood out about this album is how well constructed the songs are. Lyrical and musical themes are repeated, but not in a repetitive way. The album is cohesive despite the genre mix because all the tracks share the common thread of focused lyrics and tight song design. The design of each song perfectly supports the genre and message of each song. Let's go quickly track by track, and then I'll give my final first impression score for the album. Track number 1, Bully, is an upbeat pop-punk song about internet hate. The chorus, like many others on the album, feel tailor-made to be sung and screamed out in a bar together by all of the patrons. The song sounds like a recording of a live concert rather than a studio track and adds to the lively energy of the overall feel. A smart choice to start off the album. 3.5 stars. Number 2, Monopoly Money, amps up the volume and the pace and adds distortion to the vocals, especially the backup ones on the chorus, which leads to a more punk alt-rock feel. I really like what's going on here. The addition of the organ to the sound is a good contrast, cutting through the fuzzy guitars. Probably my favorite track that wasn't released as a single. 4 stars. The second single, This Movie Sucks, is track number 3, and it sounds like an alt-rock hit from the mid-90s that you've never heard before. I don't like to compare new artists to old ones, but it's impossible not to hear the Weezer here, and I mean that in a good way. Clean and clear vocals sound great, especially when the lyrics are so smart and relatable. 4.5 stars. Number 4, Porcupine, is the type of song that sounds much more upbeat than the lyrics would lead you to believe if you just read them. Smart move because it makes the darkness much more palatable. It's a happy, rebellious blues song, and it's a lot of fun. Another one that sounds live, and I'm looking forward to hearing it that way when they come to New York in November. 4 stars. Number 5, More Dumb, was the third single released, and it might have the best shot at mainstream success, although I feel the bulk of the album would likely appeal to the majority of people who listen to it. It's a brilliant, fun song with a hook that dares you not to sing along with it. If I saw someone yelling, "I'm freaking out," on the subway, I would be less scared than usual because this song is so infectious, providing that they had headphones on. 5 stars. I really hope this one reaches its target audience and receives the success it deserves. Track number 6, Start a Band, is a lot of fun, especially if you've ever been in one. It encapsulates the frenetic energy of the enthusiasm, blind ambition, and insanity that goes into starting a music career from scratch. Really enjoyable song, especially how the lyrics cover a lot of the crazy things that happen over the course of trying to keep a band together and getting heard. 4 stars. Number 7, Wannabe, plays upon its own title, because the topic is the balance between ambition and satisfaction. The message is a positive one. It's good to keep reaching and pushing forward, but it's also okay to be happy with where you're at. A nice light listen. 3.5 stars. Number 8, Polaroid, starts off with alt-rock guitars, and the vocals have a power anthem feel. The combination of the smiling like you mean it refrain repeated in the hook and the song structure reminding me of Mr. Brightside leads me to strongly suspect that this is an homage to the Killers. For me, this song would be fine on its own, but it's a little more derivative than the rest of the album, so I'll just give it 3 stars. Number 9, IDK I Just Work Here, is the one that started it all for me, and as you can tell, I'm really glad that it did. The lyrics are extremely relatable for anyone that's worked a job that they didn't like, especially in the hospitality industry. Luckily, I've never worked in a crappy pizza place like the band members in the video, but I can relate to the mentality. When you have a bad manager or annoying people that you have to try to make happy, it's a real grind, and you question the entire idea of trading in the precious time of your life for money. Brilliant, witty lyrics, very catchy song. I'm very glad that this track introduced me to the band, and I'll always have a fond feeling for this song because of that. 5 stars. Number 10, Good Grief, is another song which has an upbeat pace despite the lyrics having gravitas. The subject matter here is how you can use the knowledge of your death as an anchor for using your time wisely and getting the most out of your life. It's a joyous song to be played at your own funeral. Having awareness of the fragility of the human condition and using it in a positive manner to appreciate the time you have is a real smart way to approach things. So this song is another plus for the album in my book. 4 stars. Track 11, The Long Goodbye, is a downbeat folk song, and it's meant to be sad, important, and meaningful, but the lyrics feel a little cliched and melodramatic for me, so it doesn't appeal to me as much as the rest of the album. I appreciate the overall range of the musical styles throughout, but since I feel that one of the album's greatest strengths is the sharpness and ingenuity of the lyrics, this one doesn't work. It feels like Durry got too wrapped up in the emotions of the song while writing it to convey them as well as he does with the other songs on the album. 2 stars. Track 12, Slugbug, is a folk rock track that kicks off with a harmonica. It seems like a straightforward memoir of him growing up and how it was kind of just okay. The singer wants to be nostalgic, but there really wasn't much for him to be nostalgic about, and I appreciate the honesty here. It feels real and almost paradoxical in that he's being nostalgic about not being able to be nostalgic. A harmless enough sing-along to finish the album on a decent note. 3 stars. In conclusion, Durry's second album, This Movie Sucks, most definitely does not. It has memorable, high-quality songs throughout and covers a nice array of styles. It would be perfect for a road trip, a keg party, a barbecue, or how I often listen to it as additions to my jogging playlist. I always listen to I Don't Know, I Just Work Here on my way to the restaurant that I work at. It's one of the most well-written albums that I've heard in a while, and it definitely leads me to want to hear more. Final score for the first impression, 94 out of 100. Representing hard work and talent, I am Sean the Storm Grant, wishing you a fantastic rest of your day. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and let me know what you think. Did you enjoy this album as much as I did? What were your favorite tracks? I'll see you again soon. I have a lot more videos in development right now.